Hi everyone, and welcome to my next build, which is my contribution to the Belgian Miniature Alliance's 2024 group build, Conflicts after 1950 till present day. Now, I've chosen a 1/72nd scale build, which is going to be 3 arm models, a Stryker Dragoon. This is a lovely little kit. There are other reviews on YouTube, so I'll just briefly go through what's in the box. Nicely detailed graphics. Nice pictures and reference material. Inside the actual box itself, we have 2 sprues, and we also have some separate items for the hull and turret, if I remember rightly. Now, I've obviously built this kit, and it's a great little kit. Yes, it does have some issues. It does have a bit of flash and injector marks, etc., etc., but nothing that's going to put you off, nothing that's going to make it a shelf queen. And I really did enjoy the challenge, and I really did enjoy putting this kit together because the fit is pretty good and the detailing is wonderful. So no issues at all, other than these little beauties, which are rubber tires. So I swapped those out, and I got some resin ones from, how would you say, Liang, I think they're called. Apologies if I got that wrong. And these were beautifully detailed. Very impressed and very happy with those. And we'll go into a bit more detail on those later on. And then there was just some decals. That's the main body there. There's no photo etch in here at all. There's no stowage or any extra bits. So if you want to, there is scope to add more detail if you wish to. Now, the reason for choosing this one is because 100 of them have just gone over to Ukraine. I won't be doing it in Ukraine colours, but I thought it was an apt little build to do at this particular time. So that's just a quick review of the contents. So this is going to be a photographic build. This is the first part of the instructions. The instruction manual is very good indeed. These are the parts for the undercarriage. Need a bit of cleaning up with the seam lines, and there are a couple of little fiddly bits there, so be careful not to lose those. The actual cover there that you can see that goes over the bogies, that did take quite a bit of cleaning up. And again, be careful. It is nice plastic. It's not brittle plastic, so it does bend a little bit. Then we move on to the back door. As you can see from this photo, there's quite a bit of small parts that needed to be added. Again, detail was lovely, and I didn't have any issues with this part of the build at all. All I will say is that you just need to be careful with those seam lines. There's quite a bit. Now, putting the 2 whole pieces together did take a bit of working out. You are going to need to sort of dry fit first. You need to make sure that that back shelf fits on correctly as well. So be careful with how you do that. Some of the fixing holes did have to be drilled out and made a little bit larger so it fitted in. But yeah, nothing that's going to cause you a major problem. As you can see from the side, there's a couple of molding issues. So they needed to be filled and sanded back. But again, not a major problem. There are handles all the way around. If you want to drill those out, that's up to you. But I decided to leave as, because this is primarily an out of the box build. But once it's all put together, it's a nice looking piece of machinery. Then we moved on to that back shelf. There's 3 nasty injector marks on there. In the end, I put a bit of stowage on the back just to cover it all up. But if you want to, they're going to need some cleaning up. But the side pods, yeah, they're really good. They do lack the straps, so just be aware of that. And here are those resin wheels all cleaned up. Again, no problem with them at all. The only thing I will say is they do all fit in the same direction, if you know what I mean, with the tread, which was a little bit disappointing. A bit of variety would have been nice. As for the turret, again, no problems here. Again, nasty seam line going down the barrel. Also, you need to drill out the front of the barrel as well. The machine gun, yeah, great, beautifully detailed. A few fiddly parts, but nothing to be worried about. And again, we had some small parts that needed to go on. So again, be careful that you don't lose those to the carpet monster. But once built up, looks really impressive. Then I'll return back to the main body itself to put in some of these really small miniature pieces, as you can see here from this photo. So again, be very careful. They do need cleaning up. The smallest parts I glued on first and then cleaned them up once they'd been put on. But as you can see, they certainly do add to the build, and it's a lovely vehicle. Now, this particular section, the rocket-shaped part at the front, that was the most awkward piece, and that did take a bit of changing around and a bit of filling. Other than that, all the other pieces went in fine. No issues at all. Just be a little bit careful with the grab rails. Make sure you've got them on the right side. But again, it's all fairly self-explanatory. Like I said, the instructions are pretty good, and they do have some nice color photos for your paint later on. This is the last few parts that had to go on. Nice chunkier parts, which was a nice way to finish off the build. You can have it open, the hatches, but obviously nothing to be seen inside. I decided to put a few straps on myself using the green stuff, and also I had a few spares in the drawer for the ammo kit and etc. on the back there, so they'll look pretty good once painted up. So there we have it. A nice, quick, easy build. Took me a couple of days, probably, I don't know, 6 to 7 hours at the bench. Very few, not very few parts, but you know, a lot less parts that some other kits of this size. And I was really pleased with what it looks like, and I'm really looking forward to the paint job. So there we go, guys. Thanks very much for popping in and having a look. Thank you very much to all of my subscribers for your continued support, and happy modelling.